This is probably my favorite song ever. It's so good. You guys should check it out. We're on episode 9 of this hide and seek game.
To win the $1 million prize, 8 players needed to hide on campus. As long as they could evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they would take home the $1 million prize. Player 1 sent a hid in the shoe cabinet at the teaching building entrance. He thought the
This guy looks
small
like a baseball
and private
player.
spot would most likely not be searched. Planned to hide right here. Player 2 Matsuo tried something new. He wouldn't show his face this time, only sticking his head out to hide on the straw bale target at the archery range. Player 3 Sobin.
By the way, he's like a little balding in the back. I mean, that's kind of like me.
After he widened this space, he used cement for the wall panels and paint. The details were polished to perfection. Player 4 Okabu. His plan was to build a fake flower bed to make his hiding spot more concealed. He perfected every detail from small to large. Almost no flaws could be seen. Player 5 Yumeko Wakoko.
I mean, that's actually a good spot.
Inside a bear plush toy. This move seemed absurd.
No.
But it was actually cleverly thought out. Player 6 Kakuta chose a more tricky spot in the back.
A lot of these spots suck.
Camouflage and hide in the bushes. He just couldn't avoid the cold. Player 7 Akiyama.
That's actually a good spot.
With the teacher
no, this one's hot. This one sucks. This idea, you can tell it's not good.
To evade the hunters with this bold method. Last player Shiyu chose to hide in the gap of the back mountain warehouse. The advantage was its remote location. To lower the difficulty, the program team placed a bell on campus. When someone rings the bell, music would play at the player's location. As the countdown ended, students
yeah, that's a good spot, but it's too hard. So that's it.
Appeared near the players. Students came to change shoes at Sendu's spot. It seemed very dangerous here.
Wait, is this the locker?
Gymnasium where Sobin hid. Students found nothing unusual.
Remember my AP computer science teacher?
A group of students
talked about
the bear plush toy. They wanted to search it. Finally, students
talked about the locker. I think that might have been the right locker. That she was referencing.
At the same time, students noticed something wrong with Okabu's hiding spot. They remembered there was no flower bed here. 2 players were eliminated in less than 3 minutes. Fortunately, Shiyu and Akiyama were safe for now. Many students gathered at Sendu's spot. Luckily, the cabinet was locked. More and more students headed to the back mountain stadium, but Kikuto remained well hidden. Just then,
there's music.
Someone accidentally rang the bell mechanism. No one knew this mechanism would reveal Shiyu's location. Sende faced another crisis.
Wait, she has to get lucky
in the first half. Only 5 players remained on the field.
Wait, he's revealed.
Continued their search.
Aaron Judge got revealed, bro.
By Sobin's spot. With 4 minutes left on the countdown, hunters finally arrived at the back mountain stadium. Shiyu could only pray no one rang the bell. Students at the archery range didn't notice anything wrong with the straw bale target. Akiyama couldn't see the keyboard,
that shit's obvious.
So he was typing randomly. 2 girls walked in.
Bro, that's so. Why are you typing? Why are you typing?
Approached Kikuta's spot. Just then, several more students got close to Matsuo.
What is that?
Was eliminated too. Only 3 players remained.
More students passed by
Sobin's spot. Just as Sobin
wait, Sobin has a good spot.
Another student walked over and knocked on the wall. Sobin was found just like that. Even more shocking, this student with buck teeth was the same one who found Okabu. The first half ended. Only Shiyu and Kikuto remained.
But he found 2 players. If I'm a secret, I'm finding 2 players. I'm not gonna lie, I'm finding 2 people on everything.
Shiyu's hiding spot was also concealed, but once someone rang the bell, music would play. Shiyu was found just like that. I think without that bell, it would have been hard to find her.
Oh my god.
He just needed to hold on
for 3 more minutes to win. But that bell fucked her up, bro. If someone didn't ring that bell, they should have won.
People climbed up to search. It seemed Kikuta couldn't escape elimination either. Kikuta was found just like that. All players were eliminated. Congratulations to the student team for winning this round of hide and seek challenge.
Nice, good W students.
Could you hide until the end and win the game?
Yeah, I'd win the game.
To win the $1 million prize, 8 players needed to hide on campus. As long as they could evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they would take home the $1 million prize. Player 1 Okabu found a missing corner on the wooden deck, so he filled it in with matching wooden planks. Hiding inside would definitely
high school students are the most entertaining because they have like a sense of balance.
Planned to disguise himself as a speaker on the classroom wall. He built a pillar, then stood inside it, with his head disguised as the speaker. Every time Matsuo hides himself, it's always a surprise. Player 3 Sobin chose to hide in the gymnasium.
That's not gonna work, bro.
Inside the room. He just had to
it might work for 1 episode, actually.
Open the inner door to hide inside. Player 4 Akiyama wasn't going to disguise himself as a student this time. He chose to hide in the home economics classroom.
Akiyama, bro. Come on.
And hid inside
that's
this
fine.
small cabinet.
It's
Only
okay.
by lifting the privilege you can find him. Player 5 Yumeko Wakoko chose to hide between these 2 doors. He moved the wall outward a bit, then sealed the wall shut. It couldn't be opened from the front. Only by sliding the door open. You can see museum. Player 6 Nagano
That's a nice spot.
planned to hide inside the library. Nagano also sealed this spot
Oh,
off.
the
Used
Prince
marble
guy
for the
again.
modified materials. If students knocked on the wall, they wouldn't notice it was hollow behind. Then pulling out the hidden secret door, you can find
Oh,
it.
that's smart.
Nakajima planned to hide
Ooh,
at the teaching
Nakajima.
building entrance. Modified the umbrella bin at the door. Then hid in the deepest part. Put real umbrellas outside to confuse the searchers. Player Kikuta first sealed the wall next to the cabinet.
That guy's kind of handsome.
If someone opened the cabinet and found the
he has
fake
nice
Kikuta,
hair.
they'd think it was a prank, while the real Kikuta hid behind the secret
I'm
door.
like
As the countdown ended,
just as bald as some of the adults.
Passed
not
right
gonna
by
lie.
the players. Students also
Which is
showed
not
up
good.
at
I gotta
Soba's
lock
hiding
in
spot,
for my
but
hair.
they left after finding nothing unusual. Students suspected Yumekowa Kuko's spot, but the props were too well made. They left after failing to find any flaws.
No, when someone puts an arrow, that's how you know you're cooked,
Unfortunately,
bro.
students didn't notice the dex change. Only 6 minutes remained in the first half. Several girls also came to Matsuo's spot. Could they spot Matsuo on the wall? Sure enough, Matsuo became the first unlucky player eliminated. I wasn't the least bit surprised he was found.
Yeah, like what?
A student checked
Of course you're getting found.
and got scared by Kikuta's dummy inside.
Like,
This
bro.
was all Kikuta's plan.
Oh
So
my
the dummy in the
God.
cabinet wouldn't arouse the student's suspicion. At Akiyama's hiding spot, a student noticed something wrong with the stove, but couldn't figure out how to open it. Meanwhile, Nakajima also faced a crisis. A student was searching carefully. No flaws were found at Nakajima's spot yet, but Akiyama was found by a classmate. Akiyama was eliminated just like that. When the camera cut
spot
back
was
to
ass, bro.
Nakajima, a student with glasses had already
W
noticed
Seekers, they're
something
doing
off.
good.
The player
Oh,
hiding
it's
inside
over.
was
It's over.
panicking. In
Ah,
the
that
end, he
is,
was
yeah.
also eliminated. At the gym storage room
boy.
where Soben hid, a group of elementary students rummaged around, and at the deck where Okabu hid, students were also checking. They noticed someone was underneath. Soon a kid found how to open it. Okabu was eliminated just like that. At Soben's spot, students had already opened the first door.
Wait, these aren't high
immediately
schoolers.
panicked.
These are like
Finally, a
elementary
kid
school.
climbed inside and opened the second door. 6 players were eliminated in the first half.
And he's,
The second half of the game
whoa,
began.
Diddy, yo,
Students checked
yo.
all their hiding spots. When 7 minutes remained,
What?
a girl noticed something wrong with Kikuta's spot. She remembered the area next to the trash can was empty.
Oh,
Kikuta was eliminated just like that. Only 2 players remained now. Then a
You're
boy
cooked, my boy.
suspected Yumekowa
Yeah,
Kuko's
yeah, you're
spot.
cooked.
He knocked
Yeah,
and
you're
found
cooked.
it wouldn't open, so he pulled the door open, eliminating Yumekowa Kuko inside. Only 1 player remained. Now he had to face over 400 students alone.
Wait,
Finally, at Nagano's hiding spot,
did they
a
know?
student noticed
How?
something off,
How?
found the mechanism and pulled out the secret
you're
door,
cooked, bro.
successfully eliminating the last player. Congratulations to the student team.
W
for winning
student
the game.
team,
So if you were to
W.
participate in this game, where would you choose to hide?
Up the roof and snug head.
To win the $1 million prize, 6 players.
That
needed to
spot
hide on
looks
the campus.
horrible.
As long
That
as they could evade
spot
the
is
men for
horrible.
10 minutes, they would take home the $1 million prize. Player 1 Yumekowa Kuko. He planned to hide inside a flower bed. He had a custom flower bed built, then hollowed out the inside of the flower
Lock
bed.
in,
This
Mecha
way he
Kuko.
could hide in it.
Well, that
Player
looks
2
good.
Matsuo
That one's
chose
actually
to
a good
hide in
spot.
the
That's
bookshelf
actually a
at the
good spot.
library, then placed his face on top of the books. Do you think Matsuo will be eliminated first? Player 3
Yes.
Soben came to the study
The
room. He
fuck?
wanted to hide behind a bookshelf, so he brought in an identical cabinet. He believed if students didn't notice
love
this
these
detail,
episodes.
he could win the championship this time.
They're
Player
noticed
4
it.
Akiyama. He planned to hide under the sink, then sealed it off with wooden planks. Player 5
Bro,
Okabu.
there's
His plan was to
differences.
hide inside a mat at the gymnasium, so he dug a human-shaped space in the mat. Then after hiding inside, he blocked it with an extra mat. Player 6 Kikuta. He had his eye on the garbage station at school, planned to hide deep inside a garbage bag. Although
Man, I
the
love
smell here was
singing.
extremely unpleasant. As the countdown ended, students rushed
Students,
to every
go,
corner
lock
of
in.
the campus. At the garbage pile where Kikuta was hiding, a boy didn't care about the dirt and smell. Rummaging through the pile,
What?
Kikuta was extremely unlucky. Only 10 seconds passed. He was quickly
What?
found and
This guy got
eliminated. Soon a
eliminated
group
the
of students
fastest of
came to
all
the
time. This guy got a
library.
world
Matsuo's
record.
face was right on the shelf, but this group of students searched everywhere, yet didn't notice Matsuo on the shelf. As more and more students filled the library, someone finally
What?
noticed the shelf. Matsuo
Yo.
became the second eliminated
I was about to
player
say,
just
if this
like
guy
that.
did not
Now
get
only 4
eliminated, I
players
was about to
remain.
freak the
At this
fuck out.
moment, several students
Yo,
came to the gymnasium,
what?
but they didn't check carefully.
What?
Found no one and left. After they
Wow.
left, another girl came in, but she only looked behind the mat, then turned and left. At this time, Okabu's panicked heart hadn't calmed down. Several more students came into the gym. Okabu was eliminated just
okay.
like that. Soben didn't even have a cover above his head. It looked not safe at all. Akiyama's hiding spot under the sink was at the entrance. Many students passed by here. His situation was extremely dangerous. Akiyama was
Yeah,
also found by 3 careful female students just like that. After Akiyama's elimination, only 2 players remained. First was Yumekowa Kuko's hiding spot, a place where students all passed by, but they never expected a flower bed could hide a person.
Well, that's
In
good hiding spot. I'd hide there, bro.
The shelf looked very unreasonable. This group of students only passed by here. Didn't suspect there was a problem with the shelf. They remained undiscovered until the game ended just like that.
I'm hiding the flower forest.
Saw the flower bed move. Only then realized someone was hiding there. Congratulations to Yumeko Kuko and Sobin for successfully winning the $1 million prize.
3,000
each. If you were
each.
to participate in this game, where would you choose to hide?
The flower bed, obviously.
To win the $1 million prize, 8 players needed to hide on campus. As long as they could evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they would take home the $1 million prize.
Let's go. Take home that.
Modified the entrance to the stadium minutes. They would take home the $1 million prize. Player 1 Sano modified the entrance to the stadium storage room. The details and craftsmanship were perfect. After hiding inside,
no Diddy activity here.
Sports equipment to block the way. Player 2 Kikuta dug a deep pit under a trash can. His lower body was in the dirt. His upper body hid inside a modified trash can. Even if students opened the lid to check, they wouldn't notice anything wrong. Player
they could pick up the
Okabu
trash
was at
can
the
though.
back door of the chemistry lab. Faked a concrete step. He could lie flat underneath. The doorway next to it had the same structure.
Okay, that looks pretty good.
Normal. Player 4 Yumeko
If it sounds hollow though, that's bad.
In the library, creating a
ooh, this one looks good.
Inside. After modification, it looked just like before. Player 5 Koji
well, it actually looks pretty good.
Was in the
but
auditorium. The walls here had soundproof wooden panels. He built an identical compartment. No difference could be seen from the outside. He even made symmetrical adjustments on the other side. Player 6 Akiyama. Last game he disguised himself as a teacher and got caught. Today Akiyama decided to wear a girl's school uniform and pretend to be a student.
This guy did this one episode, bro.
Wouldn't suspect him. Player 7
he has a mask on though. That's gonna help.
At the school's English corner. He made a fake sofa that could hide a person, then invited a teacher to sit on it. This way students wouldn't dare approach. Even Matsuo, who usually loves,
I think that makes it more obvious. I think if the teacher's on it, it actually makes it more obvious. Because why the fuck is he there? Because you know the teachers in this game are just watching the students. They're just here to play. They're not here to fucking sit and like do work.
At the cafeteria lunch counter where Matsuo was hiding, people also passed by. This time he didn't show his big face. Akiyama appeared in the square at this moment. He found a few good friends to also disguise as students, searching around the campus. Kikuta had an emergency. 3 students came to the trash cans. They planned to lift and check every single one. When the students stood in front of the 4th trash can, the first eliminated player was about to be found. Not long after Kikuta was eliminated, a crowd gathered around Okabu's spot. The air conditioning drain pipe kept working. A large area under the step was wet. This scene was too unreasonable. Students lifted the side of the step, arresting Okabu, who was hiding there on the spot. At this moment Akiyama was still mixed in the crowd. This guy disguised himself as a girl. It really wasn't easy to suspect him, but Sobin hiding
with the mask is hard.
Wasn't so lucky. Students checked every spot in the room. The foreign teacher had been sitting on the last sofa, so they politely asked the foreign teacher to stand up.
Stand up, boy.
Insistence, the teacher had to stand up. Sobin was eliminated just like that.
Nice.
Suddenly the camera cut to the square. Akiyama was running away from pursuers. Finally students rushed in front of Akiyama, pointing him out. Where exactly did he give himself away?
How?
It turned out they knew Akiyama well.
Nice.
Akiyama
Yeah.
Nice.
So good. Always good to watch previous episodes. Come on. This show's called
the teacher to move the items on the table. When they opened the cover, Kuko hiding inside was eliminated.
Wait, why are teachers working, bro? They make it more obvious.
They're working serious.
Yeah.
It was very suspicious.
Pre-watch. I remember that episode.
Soon a group of girls noticed something wrong with the wall in the cafeteria.
Yeah, but why are teachers like working? They shouldn't be working like during this. It's a fucking fun event for the school.
Tapping the soundproof wall made an unusual sound.
Oh my god, you gotta make it not hollow, boy. Lock in, twin. By the way, this show is called Verse. What it's called?
For Matsuo, the
Verse School.
Who left earlier returned to the cafeteria.
Yeah, you have to watch it in like
Matsuo was finally
Amazon
exposed.
TV or something.
1 minute left. The whole school was searching for player Sano. However, the boxes and clutter Sano placed attracted all the attention.
Oh shit!
Held on
1 second. Let's go!
Successfully
Yes,
winning the
I'm hiding right there.
prize. So if you were to participate in this game, where would you choose to hide?
Right there.
To win the $1 million prize, 8 players needed to hide on campus. As long as they could evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they would take home the $1 million prize.
There's a
built a physics lab station.
They hide in elementary school, high schools, colleges.
Through the microscope would definitely get a huge scare. Player 2 Okabu.
That's funny. That's actually pretty. That's pretty.
Widening it, a hidden space.
Oh, that's
inside.
obvious.
The only giveaway was this library checkout
No,
card.
but they noticed
Player
that
3
it's
Matsuo
larger,
entered the
bro.
game.
Students
He
know
noticed the
that. Come
promotional
on.
posters in the hallway, so he decided to hide behind one, but he left his mouth sticking out.
Bro,
The
if you
effect was
don't
shocking.
leave the
As for
mouth,
player
then you're
4
good,
Takajishi,
bro.
He hid in the principal's office. He figured students wouldn't dare search there, so he crouched under the desk and covered himself with tea sets. Player 5 Sobin modified the counter in the
None of
art
these seem
classroom.
good right
The
now.
mechanism hidden inside the paint bucket was extremely well concealed. Player 6 Kikuta put the
Ah.
foam crash mat on the playground.
You should have a
He
lot of
hollowed out the
paintbrushes in
inside
there.
and climbed in. Next up, player 7 Matsumaru tweaked a filing cabinet used for storing printer paper, then hid inside it. Last but but not least
That
player
one's
8 Akiyama. He disguised himself as a student.
yeah.
and a parent
That's the
before.
best hiding
This time he
spot.
would pose
Number
as a
7.
photographer, following the students around and filming them. As the countdown ended, elementary school students swarmed every corner of the school. Soon a group of students
Elementary
reached
schools,
the
no
infirmary. No
ball.
one expected that just half a minute
Okay,
later,
yeah, like
Matsuo
that's
hiding behind the
bro.
poster was eliminated. But his goal
It's
was
why
just
it's so
to make
funny
the
for
kids
them.
laugh. The remaining 7
Yeah.
players wouldn't be this easy to catch. Even when searchers stood right in front of them, they couldn't spot any flaws, especially Akiyama posing as a photographer. He stood right in front of the students filming without being noticed.
Oh, by the way,
Suddenly,
today I
camera
went
caught
outside
Miyakawa in the lab. A kid
for
had
like
wandered over and started playing with the
to
microscope
exercise,
on the
and it
table.
was
He
like
leaned in
some
to
of the
look through it
best
out of curiosity. At the same time,
time
good
I've
news came
had.
from the playground.
It's really
Kikuta
nice
hiding in the
to.
foam mat was also found by the students.
What? How do they
Only
know?
5 hiders remained. Elementary school to hiding in the foam looked through it out of curiosity.
How do you know
At
that
the
guy?
same time, good news came from the playground.
Oh, they're
Kikuta
just pulling
hiding in
it
the
from the
foam mat
bottom.
was also found by the
Wow.
students. Only 5 hiders remained. Elementary school students have sharp eyes.
Fun.
Before
Oh,
long,
thank you.
Okabu inside the pillar was surrounded too. Tapping the pillar revealed something was off. Elimination was just a matter of time. 5 minutes passed. Half of the players had been eliminated. At this point, not a single student paid attention to Akiyama, but Takajishi was in big trouble. The kids rummaged through the office right in front of the principal. Takajishi got eliminated too. Even Akiyama, disguised as a photographer, was targeted by a group of girls.
Bro,
Then the scene
he took a
shifted.
photo
Some
and
kids
then he
noticed
got
the table
cooked.
in the art room
Bro,
had changed. They immediately
I
started
take the photo.
searching carefully. In the end, Soben couldn't escape being found. The two were eliminated together. In an instant, only one player was left.
Oh
and the
my
students
God.
didn't even need a second half. Because in
Bro.
the final seconds,
Y'all
Matsuo
are.
hiding in the cabinet.
Bro, they got
also
the
eliminated.
first
The
half,
fastest
bro.
record in
All.
campus hide and seek was set. The student team successfully split the
No.
$1 million
There's one to 3
prize.
minutes.
So if it were you, could
You
you
never
find them?
There's literally a 3-minute episode, bro. I mean, a
To win the
3-minute.
$1 million prize, 8 players
Wait, what did it
needed to
say?
hide
Would I
on
find all of them?
campus. As long
Yes.
as they could evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they would take home the
I'd have found all of them
$1
for
million
sure,
prize.
bro.
Player 1 Nakajima.
Nakajima, let's go.
Ceremony classroom. He modified the ceiling so he could lie on top of it. But the game rules required hiders to leave one flaw. So anyone who pulled down this scroll painting would uncover the secret. Player 2 Matsuo went to the
That's a
small
good hiding
woods
spot,
on
though.
campus. He set up a prop tree there. There was an
Really nice hiding
oversized
spot.
space inside, but Matsuo stuck his 2 small hands out, pretending to be tree branches.
Oh,
Player
what?
3 Okabe
Yo,
planned to hide
if you
in the
didn't have
classroom.
those
He
tree
raised
branches,
the
it'd be
podium
good.
slightly, creating a space to hide in, and the entrance opened with a spring latch. It had very high concealment. Player 4 Kikuta had a custom-made suit this time. Planned to wear this suit and hide in the bamboo forest. No one would spot him if they didn't look closely. Player 5
Okay, but he looks so
modified
out
the
there a
blackboard
little
in the
bit.
hallway. He widened the wall a bit
Oh,
and
that's
hid inside.
pretty.
The only
That's
flaw
a
was
big
that he
wide.
changed the lyrics of the school song. Opening it from this spot would reveal the person inside.
Okay, that is
Player
kind of
6
hard though.
Soben
That's
went to
pretty
the corner of the gymnasium stage, covered the floor to ceiling windows with wall panels, then lay inside. But the gaps were a bit obvious. Luckily, the curtains could block them. Player 7
That's
Karakaya
good.
hid in
That's
the
good.
science
That's smart.
classroom, connected the space under the lab tables with cardboard in boxes to create a hidden area. Last but not least, player 8 Akiyama did not plan to hide
this
at all.
boy
Instead, he put on
Akiyama.
a school uniform and elevator shoes and found a girl to pretend to be his friend. When the game started, they pretended to chat in the corner with all 8 players hidden.
Okay,
Who would
bet.
be the
I'm
last
down.
one standing? As the countdown ended, students rushed to every
Everyone
corner
has
of
to
the
know about
school.
Akiyama,
Less than
bro.
1 minute into
Like-
the game, Matsuo already found this posture too painful with his sore hands, but Akiyama had already blended into the student group.
Nice.
The passing students noticed nothing unusual
Oh,
at this
W.
moment. Searchers
Wait,
also came to the tea
nice.
ceremony classroom, but Nakajima's spot was way too hidden. You had to figure out the secret of the scroll painting. Okabu under the podium
Whoa.
also faced a crisis. This girl was trying to move the podium. Fortunately, the entrance could not be pried
Oh
open.
wait,
The girl gave
they
up
already
and
know.
left
No,
after
no, they
trying.
they,
Okabu
they
was
know that
safe for
something's
now.
off.
At this moment, the other hiders were not faring well either. Even Nakajima's scroll painting was in great danger. He added a downward arrow on the back. A girl always felt it was suspicious.
What?
Just then a girl pulled the scroll
No,
painting
what?
down. No one expected Nakajima to be the first one discovered.
What?
Nakajima regretted making his flaw too obvious. But
Yeah,
Akiyama
that's
was wandering
bro. You should
around
not have made the
campus
down
eagerly
arrow,
at this
dog.
moment.
Oh
The
my
camera
god.
switched. Okabu's situation
you're
was
cooked.
terrible.
This guy's
Because the
cooked.
students were too familiar with the
What?
podium's height.
They're familiar?
Okabu definitely
Oh,
could not escape
yeah,
this
you're
time.
cooked, buddy.
He was finally caught. 6 minutes had passed. Only 2 players
She's
had
looking
been
through
eliminated,
that.
and Matsuo, who loved showing his face, was actually still alive. His hands were almost giving out. Unfortunately, the
Oh,
passing students
shit.
did not notice him.
Oh,
The same went for
shit.
Kikuta. A group of students walked right past
Yeah, I
him without
literally just
detecting
dodged.
anything. Yumeko Akuko, hiding behind the blackboard in the main hall of the teaching building, had not been checked at all. This was the busiest area on campus. The student team fell into a stalemate. Fortunately, a group of senior students spotted Kikuta at this moment. At the same time,
yeah.
Akiyama, watching the fun on the playground, was also discovered by the students.
Oh, they found
the
him?
two were eliminated together. In the
Oh.
final seconds before the first half ended, Yumeko Akuko hiding behind the blackboard was also found. The second half began. began. No one expected
Look at his face. It's like, yo, fuck.
Everyone thought their hiding spots were the easiest to get eliminated from. Sobin's disguise was quite shoddy, but it was covered. Their hiding found. The second half began. No one expected these 3 players to be the survivors. Everyone thought their hiding spots were the easiest to get eliminated from. Sobin's disguise was quite shoddy, but it was covered by the huge curtains. It was pitch black inside. Kirigaya was surrounded by dense cardboard boxes, stuffed full of lab equipment. As for Matsuo,
wow, that's smart.
No longer hold
Put
on.
expensive equipment.
The branches slid down, exposing
bro.
such a big flaw. So under the siege of the girls, Matsuo was still eliminated. There were 6
what?
minutes left. Could the students find the
bro, lock in, bro. It's only 10 minutes.
Approached by a student.
Wait.
He precisely removed the prop cardboard boxes, finding the prey hiding inside. Now only Sobin was left, and his hiding spot was also a popular area. Almost every second someone entered behind the curtains to search. A student knocked on the wall as he walked by. Luckily, he knocked a bit too high. Sobin narrowly avoided exposure. However, a second searcher crawled behind the curtains. No one expected this female student to have strong night vision. Sobin was found. The student team won this game. They would split the $1 million prize.
Nice,
so
students.
Where would you choose to hide?
On top of the roof.
To win the $1 million prize, 8 players needed to hide on campus.
Every time it's so funny watching
this. 20 minutes, bro. Take home the $1 million prize. Player 1 Nagase chose to hide in the practical training room. He hid himself inside a box of sushi. Students had to open the final layer. To discover
that's smart.
Player 2 Matsuo, who loved showing his face, planned to disguise himself as a cabbage.
Who would open the sushi box, you know what I'm saying?
Extremely large. It was impossible for students to check every single
you should hide your face a little bit more. Actually, no, it's fine.
TV in the music room. He hollowed out the inside and modified the cabinet to make space for himself to hide in. Anyone who turned on the TV would get an unexpected surprise. Player 4 Kikuta and player 5 Akiyama planned to team up. Kikuta put on his leaf ghillie suit and hid in the pile of fallen leaves on the cart. Akiyama disguised himself as a custodian sweeping leaves. No one would ever guess that 2 people were hiding in the same spot. Player 6 Okabu.
Yeah, that's smart. You should do the 2 people strat.
The space was extremely narrow. He had to suck in his stomach the entire time to hide inside.
Big
Player
chungus.
7 Sobin built a small hut behind the garage using materials that matched the surrounding buildings. This way it would not attract any suspicion.
If they noticed the new house there, then
would see his handsome face. Player 8 Honda noticed the school bus garage was very spacious, so he added a new wall at the deepest end, creating a hidden space inside. The only giveaway was the exhaust fan. As the countdown ended, students ran to every corner of the campus. Who would be the last one hiding? At this moment, students arrived at the music room where Yumekawa Kuko was hiding. Luckily, they found nothing out of the ordinary. A large group of students also arrived at Nagase's hiding spot, but it was not so easy to see through his disguise. Several students showed up at Sobin's hut. They did not bother to inspect the small structure. These hiders were extremely crafty.
Wow.
How could the students find them? For minutes past,
lock in.
Students also showed up at Matsuo's vegetable patch. Matsuo, hiding by the path, was in great danger. At the 5-minute mark, a girl almost stepped on his face. She finally spotted Matsuo's big green face.
Nice, good. Alright, that's good. We need one. We need at least one first. 5 minutes.
Kept searching. Yumekawa Kuko watched the cabinet door open and close repeatedly.
Oh, the students got locked in a little faster.
Just then several girls set their sights on the leaf-filled cart. Kikuta was too scared to move. One girl started hitting the leaves with a broom and unexpectedly spotted a large foot. Kikuta was found. While everyone was distracted by Kikuta, a careful girl nearby walked over to the busy Akiyama. No one expected the 2 of them to be caught.
2 in 1, bro.
Walked past the stairwell and noticed Okabu's pillar. They realized it was hollow. They ended up opening it up.
You gotta not make that shit hollow.
Just like that, the second half began. A huge crowd of students showed up at Nagase's hiding spot. Someone finally noticed the cabinet under the sushi box, but it was locked and would not open. A lot of students also came to Sobin's hut, but they could not open the
cabinet.
Sobin was inside casually eating.
Bro, look how big his space
is.
is. Way too big.
Someone discovered a small window at the back and caught Sobin.
Bro, who puts a window in the back? Are we serious? Why put a window there, bro?
They even lifted the TV up a little. One student decided to test it out to see if the TV still worked and pressed the power button, getting an unexpected surprise indeed. As time ran out, someone finally touched Nagase's sushi box, but they just thought it was an ordinary lunchbox, not the slightest bit suspicious.
Oh my god, they have no clue.
2 girls discovered the garage wall was hollow, but they left after failing to find an entrance. The manhunt ended without anyone finding them. Honda and Nagase won the game in the end. So
really?
Where would you choose to hide?
Sushi box.
To win the $1 million.
Alright, hold up. What time? We have 16.
Prize. 8 players need to hide on campus. As long as they can evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they will take home the $1 million prize. Player 1 Matsuo. He goes to the school trophy display room, hides inside a modified cabinet, leaves his right hand holding a baseball sticking out, and paints it gold, perfectly disguising himself as a trophy. Player 2 holds To win the $1 million prize, 8 players need to hide on campus. As long as they can evade the manhunt for 20 minutes, they will take home the $1 million prize.
Damn.
Player 1 Matsuo. He goes to the school trophy display room, hides inside a modified cabinet, leaves his right hand holding a baseball sticking out, and paints it gold, perfectly disguising himself as a trophy.
I feel really good today.
Chooses to hide in the school square. Many giant potted plants are placed
today.
He swaps out one of the flower
always
pots.
nice to walk outside, you know, and I never do that. But it's actually really nice. Everyone should take some time.
Player 3 is Keiko, a girl group member. She hides in the school auditorium.
Oh wow.
Modifies a seat. It looks completely normal on the surface. The inner space is just right for her to hide in. Player 4 Momona is also from the same girl group. Chooses the highest spot in the auditorium.
They are like, oh, there's a Japanese girl group.
She remodels this area,
you know my YouTube video.
Exactly.
It was actually a Japanese girl
an
group.
Extra sink at the entrance of the laboratory. Hides inside the sink cabinet and fully seals the metal.
Yeah, so that girl was
by continuously running
it's fine. She's pretty. I don't think it doesn't matter.
The coating on its surface. Can someone discover Yumeko Akuko? Player 6
they have to run the sink.
Chooses a stealthy approach. Hides inside a non-operational elevator car. Then paints his entire body white, blending in perfectly with the elevator background. Player 7 Akiyama dresses
up
as the girl group's manager this time. Appears on stage openly.
They have some good players today. Look at this.
The multimedia classroom. An extra row of bookshelves.
Nice.
Only by removing the book and wooden board in the exact center can people find the secret hidden inside. As the countdown ends,
that's a good
students rush to every corner of the campus. Soon a large group of students.
I don't know what that is.
But Matsuo's right hand stays completely still. The students have no
suspicion
at all. The 2 girl group members arrange for other members to perform. This distracts the students' attention. And Akiyama
don't get distracted. Walk in.
Looks just like a real manager. Several minutes of the manhunt have passed. The hiders' disguises hold up well. At this moment near the flower pot where Okabu is hiding, tapping and knocking around it making Okabu nervous. Momona is also facing danger. She has been surrounded by 3 girls. They break through her disguise. Momona becomes the first player eliminated. Of course Okabu can't escape.
Dang, first eliminated? Oh, couldn't be me.
Okabu is eliminated too.
That pot.
Yumeko Akuko is also facing a crisis. Some boys are carefully inspecting the sink. Luckily he made it fully sealed. So Yumeko Akuko remains safe for now. Kikuta hiding in the elevator.
The fact that they're looking there
without even glancing at the elevator. But the refrigerator behind the bookshelf is in big trouble. A student notices the bookshelf isn't against the wall. So he gathers his classmates to search together, pulling out the books one by one. The refrigerator hiding behind is discovered, becoming the 3rd player eliminated. The scene suddenly shifts to Kikuta. A female student leans against the window to rest, accidentally spotting what looks like a figure inside. The girl runs upstairs to check. Kikuta
they saw him? Bro, I can't even see that boy.
That Matsuo would make it to the second half. But
bro, this boy's hand is, bro.
Only secretly move it a little when there are
this guy's hand
for Akiyama
is
on stage. He is even walking back and forth behind.
Wow, it's actually kind of hard though.
Boys are all focused on the girl group. They don't notice.
Yo, guys, lock in, bro. What are you guys doing?
It is not so lucky. Several girls want to watch.
I'm not getting distracted by no girls, bro. Come on.
As the paint dissolves, Yumeko Akuko's face appears.
Only
3 players remain now.
Yeah, I'm not getting distracted by girls, bro.
Come on. Raising pose, causing him terrible pain. On Akiyama's side, he is walking around campus with the girl group right now. This is extremely bold. Sure enough, the students finally recognize Akiyama's face.
Oh my god, bro.
Keiko hiding in
Keiko.
Some girls find this spot is hollow, so they start looking for a way to open it.
Keiko. Oh no!
No one expected
no, Keiko, I want you to win. Oh my gosh.
He will face 1,000 students alone in the final minute, but the students hatch a plan.
Wait, they know? How they know?
Out of the cabinet,
what?
Then check for hiding
why did they take all the trophies out?
This makes Matsuo feel totally desperate, as the trophies around him are taken away one by one.
It's a hand.
At the very last moment, Matsuo is still found.
Wait, how do they know?
8 hiders are out. The student team wins.
Wow.
So if it were you, where would you choose to hide?
Next to Keiko.